Welcome to the finals of GP Buenos Aires. It's me versus Hammer Tribal. And I'm on Rejuvenationless Rejuvenation, and Hammer Tribal's on Abzan Rini. And I think I don't have a super bad matchup, game one at least. So let's do this. Hoping for a good hand. And my opponent's on the play because of seeds. So this hand, it's a bit slow, but as long as my opponent doesn't have two discard spells, I think I'm fine here. And I am the slower deck this matchup, right? So I think I keep this. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me or anything. If they do use a discard spell, they have to... Well, they can name high. If they name high, I'm discarding Realms Overturning. And if they... Well, actually it doesn't matter. Or they're probably going to name high, I think. Or no, they're going to name low because they want to hit my ramp. But if they... So Stolen Secrets, they name Sorcery, hit one of my Untouched Wilds. Then they have to... Then they can't pinch pennies the other untouched spells. So they need to they need two discard spells, one of which isn't a pinch pennies. Oh, my opponent's going down to 5 this game. That's a good sign for me, at least. I think if they turn one to rest me, they're gonna hit Children of the Clouds. And I think I'm fine with that, because again, Untouched Wilds gives me a stupid amount of ramp, and hopefully I can just draw into something that I can use or do with all my mana. Is it turn one discard time? Okay, sure. High or low? Low? Okay. No problem. And unless I have 3 discard spells, they can't stop me from turn 3 Untouched Wilds. Okay, this is even better here. Because I can fetch 15-15. Yeah, so I get to Untouched Wilds for 3 lands. And again, they can't stop me unless they have 2 more discard spells. And if they do have 2 more discard spells, then that means they basically have nothing else in hand. So I'm also not too worried about that. I'm assuming that's a Muck Bruiser. Oh, Prying Inquiry. Sure. No problem. Okay, so I just need my opponent to not have another discard spell. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Okay. If they do have another discard spell, then I am in trouble. Because that means I have to draw something. Oh, is that the third? Oh no. Okay, that's not good for me. Well, there's still a chance, I think. So it just means I have to start top decking my 3-mana Revelations. And I'm going to crack this right now for Forest, Plains Island, and probably a basic, because I need to stop drawing lands now. And Log of Recluse, that's a bit late for that. I think I'm still alright, because I end the turn with 4 lands in play, and then a Log of Recluse pump. Well, is there any point holding up a Log of Recluse pump right now? Not really. That means next turn I get 5 lands plus Realms Overturning, and I can probably... And if I top deck anything, then that's pretty good for me. So I'm just going to do this and hope for the best. Do I need double white? I don't think so, but probably better to... Yeah, I guess I should just make Forest Island here. Well, I guess I'll see what my opponent does right now. Anything Muck Bruiser, no problem. It can't attack through my Log of Recluse for a while. I think I make another Plains Island here. Or, I don't want to make another Plains Island, but I might have to. I'll make a Forest Island, and hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. And what do I top deck? Recall Forgotten Aeons, wonderful. So, do I Realms Overturning first? That would get me to, well, no, I don't need to Realms Overturning right now. I can afford to just play stuff. And I think I tap like this. Recall Forgotten Aeons. Hope to hit land. That's not land, but actually no, well, I have Realms Overturning plus Fulfill. And you have the mana to do that, and they can't, well, they can take Realms Overturning with a discard spell. And that would not be very good, but do I attack here? I think I do, because my opponent doesn't have life gain, so I don't mind putting them on clock. And I doubt that they can mill 5 cards in a turn. So if they don't have any discard spells here, I go Realms Overturning, Fulfill Twisted Dreams, Recall Forgotten Aeons, hope to draw stuff. If I don't, then I just play out both my Fulfill Twisted Dreams, and I end the turn with 2 5/5s and a 5/6 on board. And I think that's also a pretty good place to be. It seems like my opponent doesn't have anything. Are they second lands again? Oh, that's really unfortunate for them. Am I? No, so I guess I'm just comboing off this turn. So Realm's overturning. I should probably tap differently, but Fulfill Twisted Dreams. And now time to get out my calculator. I have 17 mana right now. Right, 17 mana, so I can afford to do one Recall Forgotten Aeons first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Recall Forgotten Aeons. I don't hit a land, but that shouldn't be a huge problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 10 mana. I can play one Flawless World here, and I'll just do it off this mana. And yeah, I haven't screwed myself over here. And okay, so I think I can Birds now. That's 10 mana again. I should probably play the Fulfill from hand or Fulfill from yard. I should probably play the Fulfill from yard, I think. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So I have 2 mana left over. Going to Fulfill here and tap these guys. And well, they have no main board wipes, so I can conjure realities for play another Fulfill, do 2 Fulfills, and then birds them to death. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Conjure realities, binding, Children of the Clouds. Put this into my hand. Abound the Log of Recluse. Not that it matters. 1, 2. Okay, my opponent's just gonna concede before. Okay, so for sideboarding, I think I board out the combo. I board out an Untouched Wilds because I have Sigil in the board and start trimming down Off-Road Surveyors. So I want board wipes. I want Forbidden Treasures. I want End of All Things. And I think that's the load I'm gonna run with here. Right. Like I don't need the combo in this matchup. They're gonna have more combo hate. Maybe I do need combo more in this matchup because they're gonna grave hate me more, but well, best of luck to me, I guess. And I get a pretty good hand, so I have turn 1 Log of Recluse and into End of All Things. I'm keeping this. It doesn't have any draw power, but hopefully I top deck something. And no turn 1 discard spell. Wonderful. And I do draw for Recall Forgotten Aeons, which is exactly what I needed. Actually, the question here is Off-Road Surveyors or a Log of Recluse? No, Log of Recluse because puts this thing into play tapped, which prevents me from losing 2 life. And so does my opponent have Prying Inquiry? That's probably what they're doing here, and they're probably going to try to hit Recall Forgotten Aeons with it, which puts me sort of on the back foot again, because I need to draw another impactful spell. Yeah, Prying Inquiry. I'm assuming they're going to take Recall Forgotten Aeons. They can also take End of All Things if they have a Sigil in hand, but it's probably just wiser to take Recall Forgotten Aeons, because otherwise I'm just going to be playing it, slamming it next turn. Oh, End of All Things. Okay, so that means they either have a Rini or a Sigil lined up. Or it's a bit early for a Rini, so they probably have a Sigil lined up. Yeah, good news is I have End of Days. So another Log of Recluse. Well, right now I'm just gonna play Recall Forgotten Aeons. And I'm going to fetch Heart of the Glade and Lush Oasis. And hope to hit untap green source. Okay, that's an untapped green source, that's pretty good. Get Island, Log of Recluse, play down Shifting Grove tapped. And that's a pretty good turn for me. Also, this is, in case you haven't realized, this is turn 2. I've ended turn 2 with 5 lands in play. I think this just shows how strong this deck is when it draws well. Of course, it doesn't mean I win automatically because maybe my opponent drops a sigil and I never draw anything else. Oh no, even if they drop a sigil here, I can just end of days the sigil. And, well, is it worth saving end of days for the Rini? I don't think it is. I can just... Well, or they're just gonna probably incur me, sure. Yeah, sure. I'm assuming they're taking end of days. Yeah. A Shifting Grove gets... Huh. Blue or white? Blue. Another Recall Forgotten Aeons. That's really good. So I'm going to play all my other Recall Forgotten Aeons. And that's quite a good draw for me. Do I just play out my entire hand? Well, yeah, just play out my entire hand, because there's nothing worth holding up here. I guess they can slam a sigil, and then that prevents me from coalescing these guys, but right now I'm already super far ahead on mana at least. And I'm not even that far behind on card advantage, because my ramp also draws cards. I think I'll just, yeah, whack them. And do I keep Off-Road Surveyors in hand? Yeah, the 1 damage could matter. And all of their discard is targeted. So if they do discard the Setting Sun, then I have no board wipes for Rini anymore. And is my opponent stuck on lands again? If they are, then that's really unfortunate for them to have happened twice in the finals. Okay, so they do draw land here, and steal the tomb on Recall Forgotten Aeons. Alright, sure. At least it's just Recall Forgotten Aeons and not Children of the Clouds. So there are still plenty of good cards I can top deck here. Nariba is one of them. So do I keep up Nariba or do I just start beating down? I think I start beating down because 6 damage per turn is a pretty... Oh, 7 damage per turn. That's a pretty fast clock, all things considered. Or I should probably be tapping like this. Like that's a 2-turn clock there. So I guess they're still stuck on lands because they have to sack the clue here, and you can have Valdez my Setting Sun. So high or low? High. Okay, I guess everyone's on high these days. Huh. Oh, I do. So I can either do the correct play or the fun play. The correct play is to attack with all these guys and put my opponent to 1. The fun play is to end of turn Children of Clouds so that I can demonstrate that Children of Clouds is in fact the best card in the deck. Well, my opponent's just get the mother down. And if they do concede, I can just Children of the Clouds in response. Or if they have the discard spell, because... Okay, so they finally draw their second land. And somehow I've managed to win the GP. I think Hammer Tribal got some really bad draws those 2 games, because they were like on lands both games, and I got some really good draws. Because in the first game, I matched a top deck into some card draw after I got triple discarded, and in the second game, my opponent was just stuck on lands, and then they had to crack clues in order to dig for lands, and then they just couldn't answer my Laga Recluses being down as 3/3s. Somehow I managed to win the GP while I'm recording myself doing it. So maybe recording myself is a good luck charm. And now that I've finally gotten my GP win, I think I can just retire tryharding all the time. Although I'm probably still going to be playing a Broken Decks, or whatever Broken Decks Purple Murasaki builds, because I like playing crazy Broken Decks. Seems like I'm a Johnny Spike after all. And that concludes the coverage of GP Buenos Aires.